Hello, I'm Richard Oldale, the founder of Mastermind Content, and I've got some extremely valuable information to share with you about human nature. Now, the program I've developed can help transform your life, the lives of your employees, and ultimately your company. So the opus magnum of the Mastermind Content program is the Archetypes tool. 12 archetypes encompass human nature and can help you to continuously improve, grow and succeed by recruiting the right candidates, improving the mental health and well-being of your employees, and helping your entire workforce to develop emotional intelligence and the key qualities that will enable them to thrive in both their personal and professional lives. In this demo video, I'm going to show you how the Archetypes tool can help recruiters identify the ideal candidates, how managers can help your workforce develop emotional intelligence, and how individuals can elevate their careers, improve their relationships, and reduce the risk of debilitating illnesses. But first of all, what are archetypes? Well, archetypes are patterns of thoughts, emotions, behaviours, attitudes, beliefs, motivations, instincts, and desires, which basically encompass human nature in its entirety. So the Archetypes tool lists most of these qualities and it enables you to identify which archetypes dominate a person's personality. You also have access to a personality assessment tool which identifies the most dominant archetypes within an individual and highlights how well developed or underdeveloped each of those archetypes are. Now, on a personal level, the Essential Self-Development Handbook provides information about why an archetype is underdeveloped and what you can do to develop it. And on a professional level, the HR Personality Handbook highlights the key qualities for each archetype. And this helps you to identify candidates that are perfect for the role that you are advertising. The most suitable candidates can be identified through the qualities that you most need. So there are three types of archetypes that businesses should be looking for, and they are the personable types, the practical types, and the analytical types. So the personal types are great with people. They make good managers, HR personnel, they excel in sales, they're good at PR, perhaps doctors and nurses, anything that basically involves needing to connect with other people. Then you have the practical types. Now these people are the dependable, detail-focused and organised individuals within an organisation. So they make good administrators or designers, project managers, basically anything that requires a methodical approach and paying attention to detail. And then you have the analytical types. So these are your more creative visionaries and problem solvers who promote ideas and innovation. Now they make excellent analysts, researchers and content creators, or anybody who needs to come up with product ideas. Now all the key qualities of each of the archetypes are explained in the HR Personality Assessment Handbook and illustrated in a second PDF which gives you an at-a-glance overview. On the health and well-being front, you'll also have access to the Essential Self-Development Program, which illustrates how undeveloped archetypes create problems in your life and identifies qualities you can integrate into the conscious personality to improve your relationships, work performance and whatever challenges you are facing in your life. So users will learn to understand how archetypes influence your life and why. Not only that, but you will also learn development goals that can help bring repressed parts of the personality into conscious awareness. So I have all these tools, but how do they work? First of all, it's important to recognise that mental health issues are not always noticeably evident. But when you learn to recognise archetypal patterns that could escalate to a debilitating state, such as anxiety and depression, you can often prevent mental health issues from getting worse. And we all have to look at our mental health so that it doesn't deteriorate. So the archetypes tool shows you where you can improve your personality, but also can help people who are suffering mental health issues to overcome it as well. So I'm going to give you two prime examples of people that often turn up in business environments or corporate settings. And the first example I want to demonstrate is the everyman. So the everyman is the employee that is amicable, agreeable, socially outgoing, and connects well with everybody in the office. They are generous, amiable, and lovable. Now, on the surface, they appear to have their life together. They also work most evenings because they are dedicated, loyal, and hardworking. However, in all that, there's a couple of red flags. Because underneath, the everyman has an underlying insecurity which gives individuals with this archetype a subconscious need to be liked and respected. The everyman wants everyone to like them. Now, they may work late because they're naturally ambitious, but when this becomes a consistent habit, then the ambition is because they want to earn respect from others, and they actually believe that by working late and being noticed by the managers that they will get respect from the executives. But they also believe that the higher the status that they have in an organisation and within society will also command respect from others. Now, whilst ambition is a positive trait to have, the underdeveloped everyman is more likely to suffer from burnout, damage their relationships because they neglect their friends and family, and turn up in bad moods and possibly even depression because they've neglected their own emotional well-being. That drive for ambition is basically making them ill. So when you examine the archetypes model and see particular traits within an individual, you can actually prevent illness before it happens. So let's look at another example. This time I want to focus on the sage, because this is the part of our personality that is judgmental, critical, opinionated, and cynical. And every office has a know-it-all that's always parting advice to other people just because they think they know best. Because their advice is always right, at least in their mind. However, when the sage archetype is underdeveloped, they lack diplomacy and can come across as grating and annoying. These individuals also tend to be rigid and cling to their opinions and ideas because they think they know best. And they will argue until they are blue in the face. Actually, they will argue till they're red in the face. Not because they are embarrassed, but because they are frustrated and angry that they haven't won the argument. Perfectionism is another trait that is noticeable in the sage archetype. So unless this archetype is developed, you risk developing obsessive compulsive disorders, ruining relationships, and at an extreme level you could even develop paranoia and withdrawal, which will then lead to depression. Now, in positions of leadership or authority, this archetype can be cruel, self-absorbed, petty, and vindictive. On the other hand, when it's developed, the sage is diplomatic. It makes sound evidence-based decisions that are not driven by emotion or self-interests. You have excellent communication skills and a far-sighted vision. I can't stress enough how important it is to understand human nature and recognise personality patterns in yourself and in others. And no matter where you are in your life, no matter what stage of the journey you are on, the Mastermind Content Archetype model helps you to identify which parts of your personality you need at any given moment. You will notice when you have an archetype that has been repressed and is needing to be developed, because it surfaces into the conscious personality through traits that are listed in the underdeveloped list. You also get access to VIP content that explains conscious awareness, conscious development, basically psychological maturity, how the nervous system works, information about neurotransmitters and how they influence how we feel. There's also information about the way that energy transforms, and lots of other science-based content that enables you to deepen your understanding of human nature, of yourself and others essentially. Oh, and by the way, this is not a one-time only self-development program. It helps you go from strength to strength for the rest of your life, because no matter what stage of the journey you are on, you are always going to encounter conflicts and challenges, and the Archetypes tool identifies it wherever and whenever you are in your life. And I've spent 10 years researching human nature, and the programs available from Mastermind content are grounded in depth psychology, neuroscience, epigenetics, systems theory, quantum physics, consciousness research, philosophy and some ancient wisdom. And this information has helped me to transform my life, the life of my clients. So I'm pretty confident that it can help not only transform your life, but also your workforce and your business. So if you want to know more, schedule a free 30-minute discovery with me by clicking on the link below. By the end of the session, you'll have a clearer vision of how you can use this Archetypes tool to improve your entire workforce and your business, and you will leave feeling energized and optimistic about the future. I'm Richard Oldale, and this is Mastermind Content. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.